The Home Affairs Minister, Dr. Motsoaledi, is ecstatic at the decision delivered by the Constitutional Court, which dismissed with costs an application by New Dawn Technologies and Valor IT over a 1.5 billion rand contract for an electronic document management system. But before any contract could be signed or service level agreement finalized, the National Treasury warned that there was no money for such a huge tender. Home Affairs Minister, Dr. Motsoaledi, joins us now. Minister, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the Full View.
Good evening to the viewers and the listeners out there. Thank you very much for having me.
Indeed, thank you so much for joining us this evening, Minister. This may be a victory for the department, well, at least for now, but is it really over, considering that the New Dawn Technologies and Valor IT plan to separately apply to the Constitutional Court for a rescission of its judgment?
Well, to them, as far as I'm concerned, used to matters which end in the constitutional, we regard the constitutional the court that they've made the ruling on something, it is final as far as we're concerned. As to whether they will defend their own decision, we can't comment.
Minister, unfortunately, the line is not the best there, but I'm going to ask my colleagues to try our best there. Now, take us back, if you can, Minister, to the genesis of this case. If there was no legally binding agreement between the department and these two companies, so what legal standing then are these companies using to advance their case?
Precisely our point, this is an old thing. As far back as 2000. The department wanted to digitize their annual documents in order to move very fast. As it is, in terms of the law, they are seeking to issue a tender, which they amounted to 1.5 billion, and CETA awarded it to these companies. And then Treasury warned that as a used tender, there is no for that amount. It's not possible for the state to fund it. Then Home Affairs stop there. You are aware simply when you issue a tender, it does not mean anything. You can issue a tender and not make any order from that company. That doesn't entitle to any money. So stop there. They never signed any contract with the company. They never signed any service level agreement. No service were provided for. And in 2010, two companies, New Dawn Technologies and Valor, decided to take the matter up legally. And companies clearly they understood. And they claim not 5 billion, not 1 billion, but New Dawn Technologies claimed 2 million, and Valor IT claimed 28 million, making a total 630 million. This is the amount we're fighting about. These are the question we're asking. On what basis are you demanding so much because you provide these services? You don't claim that they've already bought equipment. So they've demanded to see for a very long time, right until they went to the court. We were never shown such an equipment. And our argument was that, look, but what are we paying for? What are we paying public money? Nothing was bought, at least nothing that was being shown. Services were rendered. What then is the basis of the agreement? You are getting so much money from the public because this is money from the public.
Doesn't the award of the tender amount to a contract, even though the formal contract would then be signed after the companies have been to the site?
No, it doesn't simply inform you. You may issue a tender for somebody, but if you have never made the contract, contract is when we're fighting about how it is going to be delivered, when and all that, and sign things later agree. Just issuing a tender in itself is not a contract. I would have understood if Home Affairs went on and give the tender to somebody and spend the same amount of money, that would have been cheating, and I would have been understanding why the companies will go to court. But since nobody got anything, no service was provided, so and no contract was signed, nobody who understands this is doing legitimate, honest business can just claim amount of money on the basis that the tender was once awarded.
Yeah. Minister, we are losing you there. The line is not the best, unfortunately. But just a final question, Minister, and please do indicate if you could hear me. I'm told that you intend asking the National Treasury to blacklist these companies from doing business with the state. Isn't it fair that you are asking the National Treasury to compromise the contractual relationships existing or even future relationships with the other departments as a result of the fallout with only one department?
There's no contractual relationship. In pure, that is a fact. Look here. The reason I want to write National Treasury, and I'm definitely going to do that, is because I'm questioning the morality and the business ethics of these two companies. Here, we don't have a contract. And the first court tells them such, that there is no contract between the department. There are no services provided, so you are not entitled to any money. They still believe and go up to the Supreme Court of Appeal, which tells them the same thing, and they go right up to the level of the Constitutional Court. Now, in them, they know that have provided any service. They have lost nothing. No service provided to the department, the service to the public. It's nothing they've delivered. But they are getting that money. Imagine if, for some reason, the court could have agreed with them. The Department of Home Affairs was going to lose 600 million rand. What was going to happen to services in the department? But over the past years, this amount has been flagged by the Auditor General as a risk. And we were audited negatively. Home Affairs was audited negatively for 10 years because this money appeared on the books. And so it has caused a lot of damage. So we are asking ourselves, if Department of Home Affairs went to sleep, if we did not make our defense and somehow this money was lost, what was going to happen to the state? And if we with companies like this, which is so much from getting public funds for providing no services, how moral is it? How much of business ethics is there? Would they be allowed to go on creating with the state when they can be so reckless? That is my position. If Treasury doesn't agree with me, well and fine, but I can't just fold my arms. I need to do something.
Well, I understand that New Dawn and Valor IT sued the department for 602 million rand and 28 million rand respectively. And as a result of these lawsuits, the department's audited contingent liability shot up to 2.1 billion rand in the 2019 and 2020 financial year. Does this not concern you?
It concerns me very much. It concerns me, and I was very angry, by the way, with the legal unit in the department, because this company's department, once the department said, so the department went to court and say, look, somebody in such money is going to appear on our books, and we have responded, they are not taking the case further. I take it up, let it go to court, or let it be withdrawn. But they were not doing that. I got very angry and I did take action on that. And this is the first cases we took to court. We take the others. And said, please make a judgment on this case on our book for what is the general audit in the department negative. But in this case, this one happened for 10 years, and I insisted that it goes to court. Either we win those, but we are going to fight, and we fought and won. So it does worry me, and I'm giving an extent that all the others on the court go to court, the rule, because gender abilities to somebody claiming money to you does not mean you owe them that money. It means they believe they are entitled to that. But when the auditor general owes you, they have money as a risk budget. We should be doing a lot of liabilities on our books.
All right, Dr. Motsoaledi, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for taking your time to join us this evening.
Thank you.
All right, that was Home Affairs Minister Dr. Motsoaledi.